Hello, welcome to Solomon's Gate. I'm Joe Kusi. Today I want to share with you about the importance of verbal confidence. This is so important I have to get close. Throughout history, every culture that has placed an emphasis on or importance on the development of children to the best they can be has never left oral tradition to chance. They have never left how words are used and how words are understood to chance. Take for instance, among the Yoruba, a very important part of their culture is the oral tradition, how they speak and how they use words. Now, among the Jews, children are encouraged to develop verbal confidence early. Children are encouraged to question their religion. Christians are not allowed to question their religion, Christian children. But Jewish children are allowed to question their religion. For instance, at the dinner table, they can ask daddy, for instance, about evolution. Doesn't the story of creation resemble evolution and vice versa? So the children are allowed to ask questions and have conversations with their elders and develop their verbal confidence early. Now, this is very important to the financial success Jews have. What do I mean? The number one profession for Jews is the law, the legal profession. And you would have heard that 13% of all lawyers in America are Jewish. And 40% of all lawyers listed on the New York bar are also Jewish. And verbal confidence is very important to success in the legal profession. So they are taught to develop their words. Now, the Word of God teaches us a lot about how we use our words. You know a wise man by his words, you know a fool by his words. Now, you can never experience something you don't have words for. Even if the experience is occurring, you cannot label the experience correctly. That means you cannot refer to it, you cannot analyze it, and you cannot benefit from it. Try explaining tree, the word tree, to an Eskimo who has lived in the Arctic all his life and does not know what tree means or has never seen one before. Now, when it comes to your experiences, let's talk about the size of your vocabulary. On average, as an English speaker, you have anywhere from 25 to 30,000 words in your vocabulary. Now, we are talking of the English. You speak English as a second language, maybe, or as a first language. If you speak English as a second language, the chances are high that your proficiency may not be as great as somebody who commands 25 to 30,000 words in their vocabulary. I've noticed that in Ghana, everybody uses the word very, very, very always. It's very cold. It's very interesting. It's very great. For instance, if you want to say it's very cold, you could say it is chilling. Right? If you want to say it is very interesting, you could say it is intriguing. Right? If you say it is very great, you could say awesome or stupendous. So we are limited by our vocabulary. And because of that, there are experiences that can really light up our lives and color our how we see life. But we label them with a very narrow vocabulary and it robs us. And even adults in their 30s, you call them to job interviews, they meet people and they cannot express themselves well, they cannot interpret their personality effectively because they are limited by a stingy vocabulary, if you allow me to put it that way. When you broaden your vocabulary, you have just increased the way in which you can enjoy, calibrate, and just analyze your own experiences. And you just broaden and expand your understanding and experience of the world. So if you are looking to be successful, especially financially, I encourage you to develop verbal confidence. You need to develop what we call cojones or wit or chutzpah. All right? Chutzpah is a Jewish word. And every Jew has most Jews have verbal confidence. They develop it early and it helps them on the road to success. Don't be narrow in the way you use words. Even the Bible has a very vast vocabulary. Learn a word every day. Expand your vocabulary. Learn to color your experiences with the words you use to describe them. Stop using very. Everything is very this, very this, very that. Okay? Something that is you say very important. You could say it's momentous. Right? Something momentous. So that way you learn to enrich your vocabulary, and that way you can enrich your life. Show me the way you speak, and I'll show you the way you live. Thank you for joining me. See you on the next episode.